guys, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Shikha and I welcome you to my channel. And I hope that you guys are finding my videos useful and interesting and all of that. In this video, I wanted to speak to you guys about this meme that's been going around that I thought was so interesting and so funny. It's Xena the warrior princess or some really tough female warrior, yelling out, "I'm a soft and delicate flower." And underneath it says, INFJs are soft and delicate flowers until they're not. And that was so interesting and so poignant to me that I wanted to share my thoughts on it. That's, I think, one of our traits. I think those are the two different parts of us. We're a soft, delicate flower, we're fragile, we're very gentle, we're kind. And on the other hand, we have that INFJ rage, that Hulk mode that we go into where we're really angry and really tough and really so tough and so hard-shelled that you can never get beyond the surface with us because we are so cold and emotionless and robotic. So those are the two different parts of an INFJ. I always say that INFJs are filled with a million contradictions. If I listed them all out, there'd be no end to them. We're filled with contradictions. Not only INFJs, but I think most human beings are. But INFJs particularly are filled with these contradictions, which is why being a younger, newer INFJ is so hard, because you think, oh my God, I'm this person, and also I'm this person, and also I'm this person. And you think to yourself, who am I, right? Until you realize that yes, you are both people, and depending on the time and the moment, you choose which persona to present to the world, until you realize that's not a bad thing, it's actually a good thing. It's one of our positive traits, one of the things that makes us who we are, uniquely who we are, and also one of those advantages that we have in the world. That's when you realize that, okay, it's fine to have all of these contradictions within yourself. It took me a long time to accept all of the different contradictions in myself because unfortunately the world hates contradictions, and so unless you're consistent in one way, they label you as being fickle or changeable or inconsistent, and all these different traits or terms are given to you, and you're put down for it. And I know I was put down for the longest time for all of the different impulsive or spontaneous natures of mine. And I was like, no, that's not something that I should be berated for. It's something that's a positive trait of mine. And now I realize that fact. Of course, that's the reason I'm doing these videos as well, is to share this positivity with you guys. So if you are a younger and newer INFJ and you think, oh, I hate the fact that I'm so inconsistent, or I hate the fact that I have so many contradictions, I want you to realize it's okay. That's one of our positive traits. It's not a negative thing. It's really good that we have that. Now, the reason I mentioned the soft, delicate flower and the really tough INFJ persona is because we are both. And you guys need to realize that fact, that you're not just a tough person who can take it all and who's strong, who doesn't need anyone. And you're not just a soft, delicate flower who needs people all the time, who needs to be taken care of, or who wants to be loved, who wants to be petted on the head. You're both. And that's one of the things that I love about myself, is that I'm not just one person or another. I am both mingled together in a beautiful way in myself, right? And so I use both of these personas depending on the situation, depending on what calls for it. For example, if I'm in a situation where someone is being a bully and they're wanting to hurt my friend or a random stranger or an animal or anyone around me, I need to bring up my tough person, that person that will not take any shit, will not let herself be bullied or anyone else around her, and will cut that person down to bits so that the person will never do that again, never ever in their life, right? And so I bring that persona out. But then there's certain other moments where you are in a relationship and you're with your partner, and perhaps he just wants you to be a soft, delicate flower so he can take care of you. Or you're in a situation with your parents and they want to take care of you, and you just need to be a soft, delicate flower. You don't want to be tough all the time. Or you're moving through the world and sometimes people are around you who want to take care of you, who want to pet you on the head, and who want to, give you stuff. And instead of being that tough person who doesn't take anything, who doesn't take any bullshit, but also doesn't take any gifts or compliments, you want to bring out your soft, delicate flower. You want to bring out that persona that's like, okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And being that gentle person, being that kind person, that generous person who lets them give to you. Because life is not just about giving, it's also about receiving. And that's when grace really comes into it, where you're not just about giving. As INFJs, we know that we're very good at giving. but the other side has to come through where you receive, and you receive with grace. When someone compliments you, you say, thank you so much, I really appreciate this. Or when someone tries to give you a gift, because we receive free gifts all the time, you don't push it away, but you say, thank you for giving me this gift, thank you for being so kind, thank you for understanding that I needed something, or wanting to give me something even if I didn't need it. Thank you for that. So bringing grace into it, receiving with grace. That's one of my things as well that I'm really trying to inculcate in myself, because I know it's very hard for me to receive. And so I'm trying to just be like, thank you, universe. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you, person, for your generosity, and receiving it with grace, accepting it, because we're lucky that people want to give us things, right? And so this is not a very long video, but I really thought that would be an interesting thing to kind of talk about, that don't push your soft, delicate flower persona away. Don't push it down. Don't run away from it. Don't try to be tougher than you are. Don't always be tough. Bring your other side into the picture as well. It's really, really important that we bring both of those sides into every situation that we deal with. And then looking at the situation, we think, okay, is this the person that I want to be today, or is that the person I want to bring out? It's not a negative thing at all. Our contradictions, our different personalities, it doesn't mean that we have a multiple personality disorder, or it doesn't mean that we're bipolar, or it doesn't mean anything like that. It's just who we are, how we live in the world, how we adapt to the world, how we're flexible to the way the world changes, and we kind of just mold ourselves depending on what's going on around us. And that's a really, really, really good trait to have. That's a reason why we can make friends with any person on this planet. You give me a biker dude and I'll be friends with him in 2 seconds, or you give me a princess and I'll be friends with her in a second. So I never have an issue. Like we can mold ourselves to whatever is around us, and that's a really positive trait that we have, and we really, really need to remember that. Okay, again, I hope this makes sense to you guys. I really wanted to share this with you because I thought that sometimes I know I do this to myself, where I hate myself for being so many different people, or I hate myself for being soft and delicate. And I think to myself, why? Why not just run with it? Why not accept it? Because it's not always that you want to be the tough outer shell, demon. You want to be soft sometimes. You want to be delicate. And you want to be taken care of sometimes too. It's not always about giving, but as I said, about receiving as well. If you guys have any questions at all, please message me anytime. My contact information is in the description below. And I shall see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.